For some reason the boiler's still on, even though I switched it off. Swear to God. It just doesn't compute. What's happening? Call ended.
Oh my God! He just
Call
ended
ended.
the call. What
That's
a
how we're gonna
sigh!
go, is it?
What
Fucking
a!
Jesus Christ.
I'd be offended if it were anywhere else, but not him. User busy. Unbelievable.
Oh, I can't cope. I can't cope.
Okay.
I can't cope.
Please,
Ryan. Please don't be phoning me when I'm phoning you.
Literally, user busy. Hello. It has not been possible to connect you.
I would
in
like
any
to
shape or
resign from the position of fucking human being, please. Can I do that? Can I go live somewhere else? I'm so done. I'm done.
It's funny because I've had a few messages from Dylan today, and I don't think he's in a good mood.
I was going to go for a run this afternoon.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I've been feeling much better. Back's been feeling good. Yesterday's cycle was good. I thought, I'll go for a run. I'll start small. And then I woke up this morning, and this day has just been an absolute shit show of a day from the fucking get-go. Just because I looked at the wrong stuff this morning, influenced by idiots, saw idiots doing stupid shit, and then now I'm having a beer. I'm over the run.
Oh wow! It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's in Bangor.
Banger.
Banger, mate.
Oh, how are you, dude?
I'm faring better than you are,
Yeah.
except I don't know. I do think Twitter, man.
Oh,
It's a place. It's
Yeah.
a place.
yeah.
Because I've never really done the whole Twitter thing, and then I thought, it's good to engage and do all that stuff. And it's like, to be quite honest, it's just too many people with too many ideas with too many opinions.
Yeah, let's just stop here for 2 seconds, right? I had notes for today, an actual A4 sheet of notes. Just going to throw them my way. We'll deal with that topic tomorrow. Great topic.
Oh, really?
Join us tomorrow for an incredible chat. Let's talk about Twitter and arseholes.
Okay.
Keep going. with
Yeah,
the Twitter.
I mean,
why not?
I don't want to like. You know what? It's.
I'm not saying arseholes on Twitter, by the way. I've got a lot of arseholes to talk about.
Okay, right.
You've got
'Cause
Twitter
it's
to
not-
talk about. Let's merge.
No,
them.
there's no arseholes. Like, it's just it's very trying because you kind of think, oh, there's just too many people with too many opinions.
Yeah.
And I get sucked into the kind of abyss of Twitter. You know, when you see one comment that someone's put up, and then you see it's got 50 other comments beneath it.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's a wormhole.
Yeah.
You've now gone to a wormhole, rabbit hole, whatever. And then you look down and you go, twat, twat, twat.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Twat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone put the guy with the big black penis on again.
Yeah.
Twat, twat.
Yeah.
And then you're like, the next thing you know, you're 20 minutes later and you've not really added to your life in any
No.
way.
Agreed.
And it's just people, when someone says, oh, I think this, and then you get a whole load of people going, yeah, totally agree. And then you get a whole load of other people going, now you're an idiot. And then you get a whole load of other people just going, should have done that. And you're just like, what's the point? It makes everything like, it just makes everything boring because you have as many people hating it as people liking it. And then you get this little section at the end that just does something weird. And it's exhausting, and I think I'm actually not going to bother with Twitter.
Well, when I first met Ryan,
boring.
right? I mean, you are Ryan, you know that. When I first met him,
Yeah.
you were like not really. You used to do Twitter, and then you were like, I'm over it. I've deleted it from my phone.
Well,
I don't use it. And I was like, why not? And you were like, now, I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of Twitter, and there's only one reason I hate using Twitter, and it's just because it doesn't let you edit tweets. And I understand the principle behind it, but like, just give me 10 seconds, give me a minute's grace, because most of the time I type my tweet, read it looks great, hit post, and as I hit post, I see it autocorrect the word, and it just says ballsack, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! I tried to write hi mom, and instead I've written the word ballsack, and now I look like a dumbass, and it's like you have to delete it. So, I mean, apart from that, I'm not a huge Twitter fan, but I remember saying to you about, jump onto Twitter a bit more, and you were like, eh. And I'm with you on this. Twitter is a horrible place. It's just full of bullshit and irrelevant nonsense.
And I do get sucked into the bullshit because you kind of think
I do as well.
The other thing as well is, and I think this is the internet in general, it's just, I feel sometimes that unless you already have credibility in some other platform, for example, our friend Will Smith, he's an established actor, pop star, has been for like 20 years. When he goes on Twitter, he can say something and people listen because he's already established. Yeah. And with any other celebrity, a football player, whatever. But I find when you're trying to get out there and just, you're just shouting into the abyss. It's just white noise.
Well,
and then you go into a room. Oh, hang on. I think you might have said
Whenever I do workshops or like business workshops or individual workshops here on social media, I always I explain all different social medias, but I explain Twitter as like a pub, and you've walked into it alone. Yeah. So you walk into Twitter, the pub, you've walked into the room, there's fucking people everywhere, everyone's having their own conversation. All you hear is noise, and then you just do what most of us do, and you just go, I got a new television today, and I'm not happy with it. And then everyone looks at you and goes, fuck off, mate. No one cares.
If anyone looks at you at all.
Yeah, if anyone looks at you at all. So your tweet just sits there, and it just disappears into the abyss of bullshit. And if you have any sort of idea of how to operate Twitter, it means you have to find conversations and talking points. So you take that thing and you walk up to a group of people, 4 people, and you lean and you go, all right, I got a new TV today, I'm not happy with it. And then someone at that table goes, what is it? And you go, LG. And then someone else at the table goes, should have got a Sharp, should have got a Sony. And then this fucking conversation about alternatives starts. And that's the wormhole where you just go, Joe, what? I'm actually going to go to the knife shop and just end it all. I'm done with just back off out of the room and go. And then the problem is you sit there at the conversation at the table with the people going, a Sharp? Do they still make TV? Oh, you can get them if you get old school ones. I never thought about a Sony. Oh, Sonys are much better than LG. And then this conversation goes back and forth. And then you just, at the end of it, you've just got a headache. And then you take a few steps back and you walk off out of the pub like hungover already. And you haven't even had anything to drink. And you leave going, I fucking hate that place.
You know the other trap as well with Twitter.
That's not how I explain it in workshops, by the way. That's
there's just a few less expletives.
Yeah.
It's the other thing I find about Twitter is it's the asking questions. It's the false engagement. Yeah. It's the stuff where you go, does anyone know how many people there are living in China? And you're like, that's a fucking question for Google. Don't put that on Twitter. Yeah. Because it's just like, it's the questions that are just like, you can Google that, and it's just like, are we starting up engagement here?
Look, let's just put the tweet. Let's just talk the tweet out. So this is all because of Dunna. All right.
Oh, okay.
Fuck it, doesn't matter. He knows. He's laughing at us. We're laughing at it. Dunna put a tweet out just talking about Final Cut Pro. It was an innocent tweet, just like using Final Cut Pro. Ryan and I, like any other Final Cut Pro users, we said a thing. We just said some stuff. Brilliant. About time. You'll love it. Then Donna was like, I am loving it. A couple of issues. And we were like, we give our thoughts on the issues. Well, you could do this. And then other people got involved and they were like, well, you could do this. And then someone else was like, don't use Final Cut at all. Use DaVinci. And then the whole Premiere Pro, DaVinci, Final Cut. Then everyone was just throwing opinions around. And after it all, Donna just fucking basically stood up and flipped the fucking table in the bar. And he's like, fuck the lot of you. I literally just wanted to say I'm using it. Will everyone back the fuck off? And like,
do you know
this is exactly it just turned into a bar fight. Yeah, that's what it is.
I love the image of Dunna flipping a table in rage. Going, I just wanted to try Final Cut 10.
Yeah. It's like he sat down and he just wanted to try a new beer at the bar, and everyone's criticised him, and everyone's just given their fucking opinions about everything. And then you do, and it's like, do you know what should have happened there? I think to fix that whole problem, Donna comes. Oh, first off, no one go on Twitter, but no, Donna comes on Twitter, says his thing. We all give our opinion. He says nothing until 2 days of everyone fucking back and forth, and then the person who put the initial tweet up should just go, "Thanks for your opinions, guys. Appreciate it. We'll take it all on board." Yeah. Because I think the problem is that like when you and it's happened to me, I'll go on, like I went on the other day and just put this thing up going, any seasoned Photoshop users out there having these issues, yada yada yada. All right, wanted some peer-to-peer feedback. Anyone else having problems, worked out stuff, and someone just writes at Photoshop, and I was like, "Fuck you." I know I could have tagged Photoshop in the thing or sent an email to Adobe.
Everyone knows
what
Photoshop don't say anything.
Lies. Actually, I tagged them in one today and they replied immediately. Now we're working through it together.
Really?
But the point of the matter is I wanted peer-to-peer stuff. I wanted other people's opinions on who had the issue and who had solved it, because quite often I find that these official solutions are based on so many things being perfect. And I'm like, yes, how do I solve it if something on my computer might be pirated?
Yeah.
You know, how do I solve it
without actually saying that?
Yeah, without saying, obviously, I mean, nothing on my computer is pirated. But,
yeah.
I mean, and Adobe, if you're listening, I pay the subscription. You can go check. It's all legit. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the problem, is I was the same. And then I put things up on Twitter, and then people come on and go, here's my thoughts. And I go, thanks for that. I've tried that. However, and then I respond, then they respond, then I respond, then you respond, then someone else picks up on the tweet. And then before you know it, everyone's got a headache. No one's fucking learnt anything. All we've done is all stand in our fucking at our side of the bar table, just saying,
shouting at each other. We're all shouting at each other. No one's listening. No. Everyone's shouting. But what was really nice that came out of it was that Dunner actually then messaged me on Instagram and said, he asked the question about, I've tried doing this. Why doesn't this work? And it was such a better conversation, because it was just him going, I can't do this. Do you know how this works? Yeah. And I go, oh yeah, that's a slight glitch. Have you tried this, this, and this? And he goes, yes, I have. Oh, but I didn't do that. Didn't realize that. End of story. Perfect. Now it works. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, that's a conversation to have, because it's just like someone going, I have a problem, and then you talk through it, and it's like no one else is shouting at you.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And there's no one else going, oh, you should do this. You should have used DaVinci.
What Donna's done is he's texted you and he said, Ryan, do you want to pop outside for a smoke break real quick?
Yeah.
2 of you have walked out into the smoking area. Neither of you smoke. And he's gone, here, I've got a new TV. I'm not happy with it. And then you go, have you plugged it in? And he's like, no, we'll try plug it in. It'll work great. Brilliant. It's working. Back to the table, sit down, say nothing. Let everybody else keep arguing. Because, but the thing is, so he's come onto Twitter and said that in the nice, he's just like, I tell you what I'll do. I'll throw a little conversation up. Have a chat with my peers on Twitter. And it's turned into a fuck show. And then everyone's, and like no one's listening. We're all just you and I are as bad as each other in this tweet thread.
Oh yeah, no,
because we're just not helping.
Terrible.
I'm looking. Go, why am I getting involved? Dylan, just back off, fella. You got other stuff to do today.
Do you know what the thing is though? Is that you look at it, and I did this. I don't know what I did. I somehow just pivoted to Dropbox.
Oh yeah, well,
and that's the problem, is that like, when someone says this little thing, it's like I'm like a moth to a flame.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it's like, oh, how can I wind them up? What can I say? Just to like,
what can I
push
say
the
to
button.
fucking aggravate Dylan today? Oh, I know. I'll mention Dropbox.
Or aggravate this whole. Yeah. So it's like we're all as bad as each other. It's terrible, and that's why I don't really want to do Twitter, to be honest, because it's just...
Thanks, Donna, if you're listening, which you probably aren't, because you're probably still on that Twitter thread trying to work out why your TV doesn't work. All right.
No.
But that's
maybe.
By the way, I'm just trying to double tape stuff together, because
I was like, are you trying to kiss something?
I fixed one problem, and something else happens. I got the Velcro for the sealant thing on the window, but now it's so hot outside that it's melted the spray glue on the foam boards, and now all the foam's fallen.
You know what I'm doing? Actually, I was inspired by you. I bought some. Oh, sorry. Okay,
no,
I wasn't inspired by Dylan.
My audio stopped.
What?
My audio stopped recording.
Okay, just restart it again.
Okay.
And then
what's your number at?
1430.
Fuck! I lost a whole minute of that. Okay, when the piece of foam fell off, it's so hot here in Northern Ireland. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'll just use the audio from the camera. Fuck, doesn't matter.
Okay. Have you for that? Yeah, just
for that bit.
Do a mix.
When that thing, when the foam fell off, it landed on
just
the
dip out. Yeah, just dip out and then go.
Just leave this in. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Go on. What were you saying?
I was inspired by you. And I bought some sticky back Velcro.
Yes.
Because when we're doing Yasmin's training sessions, the online stuff, there's that skylight we have in our lounge. it's like it puts this, a certain times of day, it puts this horrible sun on the wall, like this reflection, and it's like you can't, if you were to bring, like, to not have it overexposed, everything would be pitch black.
Oh, right.
You know,
okay.
it's like, you even like with the aperture 120D, you're still trying to fight against the sun, which apparently is quite bright compared to a light.
That's pretty mad.
So what I'm going to do is, because it's so high up, I'm just going to get cardboard and I'm going to like Velcro it so you can take it off and put it down. So yeah, that's what I'm doing soon as the Velcro arrives.
That'll be cool. Yeah, that'll work. That Velcro is great. I got like 5 meters of it and I've just taped it all up. Working great, apart from now the glue melting. But you know,
I hadn't thought about the glue side of it. Yeah.
So,
but it's on wood. Maybe. I don't know.
No, but I mean, I've got blocks of foam spray glued to corrugated plastic.
Yeah, that spray glue doesn't work very well. When I had my drum room and I put that all around the walls on plasterboard, it never stuck that well.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
We're just gonna do one more bit. Let's just hold on a second, all right?
Jesus,
motherfucker, just stay on. I can't believe it's so warm today. Like, it's actually. Is
it warm where you are? Because the wind is freezing where we are.
No, I just mean like the sun. The sun is so hot in Northern Ireland. The
icy wind though we've got here. Oof, didn't like it. Didn't like it, Sam.
I love this, right? So the tape's not strong enough to hold the thing, but it's strong enough to rip all the foam. Life's a dickhead today. Okay, so back on track. That's Twitter. Aside.
Yeah.
Arseholes.
Has Over and Out Show got a Twitter? Because if we do, unfollow it. Because we won't respond.
Well, just don't. No, just. We're not going to give it.
Don't ask.
We're just going to post stuff on Twitter. You can reshare it. Comment away, but amongst yourselves, we're not getting involved, right?
We're just going to share our own truth and fact.
Yeah.
No opinion needed.
We're going to use Twitter how you definitely should not use Twitter, because you should be using Twitter in a very conversational way.
We're just going to shout at you.
The two of us, I've leaned over to Ryan in the bar, elbowed him, and gone, here, let's get the fuck out of here, dude. This place sucks. And now we're out. Personal Twitter, fine. I'll still go in there and throw anyway, Arseholes. Went to Tesco today. Not Tesco, they're not assholes. Went to Tesco to pick up a shop. So we ordered a shop, click and collect. Pamela's like, we drive over there. There's a window to pick it up. Like, I don't mean a physical, I mean like between 3 and half 4 or something like that. So I drive over there to pick the fucking shit up. Tesco car park, massive car park, parking bays, roads. You know what a car park looks like.
I have, I'm aware.
There's a bit of the road you drive up, and then there's a bit where you stop and you take a right to pull into the collection point. So I drive up the bit, because I've used the collection point loads of times. Drive up today, there's no one in the road, right? So there's a road, and then there's, on the left of me is parking bays, and on the right is parking bays. Instead of driving on the road, what's happened is, at the other side of the parking bays on my left is the other road that runs parallel. It's like the bit you drive up between the parking bays. Someone has driven up that one on the left of me. All right, you need to take a right to get into the collection point, and they've gone, oh no, fuck, I'm in the wrong place. So they've tried to just like zip across I give up with this thing. They tried to zip across real quick to get in, but what they've done is they've then obviously had to park over some bays. I get it, right? You're in the wrong lane. You went for the quick solution, right? Fine, you were the first person. You fucked it, yeah. But fine, you're by yourself. Problem is, as much as they fucked it, it's the next person who was behind them, whoever they were, and they were probably there before I got there. But whoever the next person was, and if you're listening to this, which you probably aren't, but if you are, I hope your car burns out somewhere and you never drive ever again, because you're the worst person on earth. Because what they did is just unacceptable. They obviously drove up and went, oh, that guy's parked over the base. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go behind him. No, not acceptable. Pulled in behind him over the parking base, right, at some point. And then every other person followed suit. So when I got there, this is no word of a lie, I drove down the road to where I should have needed to get to take a right. And about 10 cars before the bit where you take a right, there was a woman parked at an angle, driving diagonally over the car parking bays between a car and a lamp to join the row of people who were snake bending through the parked cars and the fucking street lights. to join the back of the queue that was fucked by the second person who joined the guy that fucked it in the first place. I pulled up and just went, everybody in here should be barred from leaving their house permanently because you are incapable of understanding how a fucking road works. So I thought, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay in the road where you're supposed to, and I'm going to move. As they move, I'm going to move until I get to the point. And I hope they see me and think, why is he in the road? Oh, that's where you're supposed to drive. And I did. All right? I got there. You can check it on my Instagram. I'll put it as a highlight called Tesco. They fucked it. Go and have a look at my highlight on Tesco. You'll see it. And I got all the way up to like 2 cars. And I even did a video saying I fixed the problem. I was the guy that was like, I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm going to fix the problem. I stayed in my lane. People joined me, 2, 3, 4 cars joined behind me until I was 2 cars from the front. There I am at the point. There's still 2 idiots parked Diagon Alley across the bloody... And then a little girl...
Someone pulled in front of you.
A girl in her Micra pulls up, not in front of me, around the queue. And she swerves through the parked car and the traffic and the light and joins the back of the stupid queue. And then... And this is where I lost faith in humanity. The people behind me panicked. Yeah. And they drove away from where I am. And they joined the fucking queue behind this stupid idiot. And I wound my window down and hooted at them all. And they looked at me and I went, what are you doing? You're driving over the bays. You're supposed to be behind me. This is the road. And she was like, sorry. And I wound my window up and wished her dead.
Oh my god. So did you still get your place in the queue?
Yeah, fucking right I did.
Jesus Christ.
And I was the only person that drove in the road. Everyone else just... And it was like they knew. It's like when you go into a Spar garage and you know the queue goes from the till and it zigzags through the boxes. You know that. But one person ignores the zigzag because they think, it's only me in the queue. And then they stand in the wrong place. Then everyone else filters the wrong way. And then you know I should just go left and filter around. And just say out loud, excuse me, the queue's here. But instead, everyone goes, I'll just fucking go behind this guy. Even though I can see it's all fucked, I'll just go behind this guy.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're worried that someone else is going to get in front of you.
Yeah.
And go and do it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's well, if anything, we're going to learn... I thought the British were good at queuing.
Jesus.
And
wow.
we should have been amazing at this whole queuing thing. Actually, you know what's happened with Yasmin and I? There's a shop that we go and do our get our bits and pieces in, and every time we walk up to it, we walk straight through the door, and because we tend to go to this shop because it's like a smaller brand. It's not like Tesco or Waitrose or anything. It's so no one really goes there, so there's never a queue. So we always walk up and go straight in, and we do our thing. And then we come out, and when we come out, there's about literally 20 people queued to try and get in the shop.
Yeah.
And we're like, did we just ignore that queue and just walk in? Because how have 20 people managed to start queuing outside the shop? Because obviously they're not allowing everyone in.
Yeah.
So we're never sure if we're just ignoring the queue and being those dickheads that are just walking through.
Yeah.
With no we're just going in and going.
But the problem is, you probably find there was no queue.
No.
There was just a guy standing outside like you, waiting for his wife, and then someone has gone, oh, that guy's standing there. I'll just stand behind him. Instead of going, excuse me, are you actually in the queue to get in the shop? No, I'm not. Oh, sweet, I'll just walk in. And the problem is where the problem starts, though.
Yeah, well, to be fair, actually, where we are, I don't know if you're doing this, where in Belfast, but we've got there's usually someone on the door to point you where to queue. Yeah, and they'll click you in, click you out. You know, like you're on a guest list or something. It's crazy. The world is a crazy time. Queuing is fucking queuing. I hate queuing at the best of times. Now it's just got worse.
Yeah, it's insane.
I hate. You know what? I loathe when people make it hard for me to give them money. It drives me up the fucking wall. Yeah. You know, just let me into your shop. I want to buy your stuff. No, you can queue here. I don't want to queue. Yeah. I want to spend money. Yeah. And then when you go in the shop and someone's like, oh, you don't want to do this, you don't. It's like, I want to give you my money and you're making it difficult for me. Yeah. Will you just please shut up, give me what I want, and take my money?
But then the supermarkets fix that. By the way, when you watch this footage back, all you're going to see is me spend the rest of eternity trying to fix this phone. That's all you're gonna see, by the way.
Oh, good.
The whole episode
glad.
is just me fixing the phone.
Well, the funny thing is that all I'll be doing is scrubbing through to find a good thumbnail. So just make sure there's a good picture of you going, eee!
What's so
trying
annoying
to
is
catch the
the
thing.
foam wasn't falling off when the whole thing was falling off. So now that I've fixed the whole thing in place, now the foam's falling off. But yeah, the supermarkets fixed that problem temporarily when they introduced the express cashierless lanes. But I feel like they made one huge error whenever they created that whole process.
Yeah, they're shit.
Well, not that they're shit.
They don't trust you. They don't trust you. That's the problem.
Yes, but this is because what they should have done is you should have had to take some sort of common sense test at the very beginning, all right? And then your club card would allow you access to those. So if it goes, no, sorry, you're an absolute dumbass. Stand in a queue with the other sheep who have also been driving through the fucking parking lot. Because I'm a pretty competent human being with stuff like that. When it comes to, I'm just like, I carry my shit to the till. I'm like, I know what's happening. Walk up, beep, 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 scan, pay, leave.
Yeah,
those tills are not for people with a trolley. People bring up a massive trolley, and then they have like tons of shit that needs to be scanned. Excuse me, I have 15 DVDs, 4 bottles of whiskey, loads of clothing, and also can I return something? And I feel like that person should just be asked to leave and be barred for life. Because those tills are express lanes. It should be for people like us who can't be fucked and just want to be like, dudes, I've got crisps, a fucking oven pizza, and a 4-pack of beer. Can I pay for this and leave immediately? And then you go in and you get that fucking... I'm so angry today, by the way. Scan and collect.
I know. It's brilliant.
Scan and collect. You scan as you go.
Yeah.
What's the dickin' point if you still have to stand behind these imbeciles and go to the same checkout thing?
I've never done the scan and collect. What annoys me is the whole alcohol thing. Now, I appreciate you shouldn't be selling alcohol to under 18s. I get that, but it's like, it just annoys me when you beep it through and you go, oh, I know that I'm here. I've got the beer here, and what's going to happen? I'm going to beep it through. Then the red light's going to come on, and then the woman's going to be, or the person there's just going to be like catering to all these other idiots that are like, oh no, you haven't got this, you haven't got this. And then you just have to wait for ages for them to come and go, are you 18? It's like, I've got grey in my beard, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm hardly 17. Can you please just fucking beat me through? And it's just, oh god. And then you know what Yasmin does, which really winds. This is
when
brilliant.
She's being tested for her age.
No. So we'll go in, and you know how when you have your own bag, you have to put it, because it's all done by weight, and then you beep it, and then you put it in, and it's weighted, so that it knows that you put something in the bag.
Yeah.
What Yasmin does is she can't resist it. I put stuff in, and she starts to try and put it into another bag, and it's like the moment you take it off, it goes, you haven't placed the bag in the item, or please place the item in the bag. Yeah. And I'm like, honey, just leave it. Leave it. Let me scan it through and just leave it. And then I'll scan another couple of things through, and then you can see her arm creeping over. It's like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to ruin everything.
There's a way to do it,
now,
isn't
now
it's
she walks
scan,
back.
place, pause for 2 seconds, carry on.
Yeah. But actually what they should do is what they do in Waitrose. Actually, Waitrose in Chiswick is very nice. Maybe they trust us more around there, but there's no like weighted bagging area thing. It's like literally you go up, you scan everything. You still have to get checked for alcohol, but there are like 3 people in the row, waiting, and it's amazing. They're actually really good. But there's none of that bagging, that weighted stuff, because that just pisses me off. It's unnecessary.
It is unnecessary. And what's really infuriating is like you'll get the people that check it, right? And like, no offense to literally everyone that works in the supermarkets, but there's times where I just lose the will to live, because sometimes you get someone, you're like, do you know what, that person deserves a raise because they are just shit hot and they fucking know what they're doing and they get it, right? And then there's other, and like, I get it if it's like, if I rock up and I want to buy alcohol, all right, and maybe the person who's operating the tills is like, I don't know, 18 to early 20s. I get it at that age when you can't really work out age. I understand that. Can I check your ID? I get that, but it's when it's like someone who's in their like late 40s, 50s, and they look at you, and like I'm standing there, and I've like got my kid with me, and I'm buying like a 15-pound bottle of Shiraz, and they go,
I'm not 17.
You got any ID? I'm like, Do you fucking think I'm underage? It's a 15-pound bottle of Shiraz. What the actual fuck do you think I'm going to do? Pour it in my eyeball on the way home? Mix it with some Red Bull? Do you really think?
You should just take your cap off and show him your balding head.
Look at my fucking
There's
liver
my ID,
spots.
motherfucker.
I say to them though, I'm like, well, what age do you think I am? And they go, I don't know. And they go, but the rule is if you look under 25. And I go, but do you honestly think I'm under 18? I understand the rule, and I'm not trying to argue with the rule, but fucking seriously. But do you, do I look 17? Me and my 8-year-old kid and my 15-pound bottle of wine.
I had him at 10.
17. Do I? And then they go, no. I'm like, fuck off! Oh, it annoys me. Because you know what it is? It goes back to this whole... I've said this to my wife so many times. And
is your camera still running, by the way?
Yeah, I fixed it. I don't know if this is a UK thing, because I'm at that point now. I used to be able to like compare South Africa to the UK, but I've been in the UK for so long. I don't know. I think it's just society has got to the point where no one. I know you and I talked about this, America versus UK, where people are just not responsible for anything. You know, because they're just like, oh, the rule says if you look under 25, and I'm like, are you a fucking moron? Do I really look 17? Like, I understand. If I looked at someone and went, they look young, they look under 25, but clearly they've fucking 2 kids and they're buying a very expensive bottle of wine. Or like, it's not like I'm in there with 3 of my mates and we're in fucking Danger Mouse t-shirts and we're buying 4 cases of fucking Special Brew. You know? And we're going, hey, through the shop the whole time. I've walked in and it's like, just look at my fucking order. What's he bought? 2 steaks, £12 each. Like the special, like blue cheese to go on top. Some fucking organic vegetables and a bottle of 15-pound Shiraz. He's with his kids. Oh, I'll tell you what, I ain't going to ID this guy because I'm just not sure about him. He might be a fucking teenager.
To be fair, I've not actually been genuinely ID'd for quite a while now. Like, I actually had to get it out of my wallet, kind of thing.
It's probably been about a full year for me now. But I think that's just because I just look like an actual man now. Yeah. That's probably it's the walking stick. Oh, excuse me, love. But I get really irritated with people that just, just process stuff like that's the process, mate. And you're like. But you can also, the process is there for incompetent human beings and for you, it's like the T's and C's in your insurance. It's there for when it really gets shit and you have to, you can use your brain here. You can use a bit of your common sense and go, do you know what? And I understand there'll be people going, oh, well, actually I work there and I get that. But I used to work at the cinema and you used to have the same thing. You used to have people coming in for 18 movies when they're not 18 and you ask for ID if you were being a dick. But like most of the time I'd say, why do you ID that guy? You can see he's fucking not. Oh, he looks under 25. I'm like, what age does he look? And they go, 23? Yeah. Fucking guess what? That's older than 18. You dick.
Do you know what I like is when you go into the supermarket and then you go up and there's that kid that's working on the till, and they're very efficient and very good because they're
Stuart.
And then it's Stuart, and then it gets to the point when your alcohol goes through and he beeps and I'm like, oh fuck, am I going to get ID'd? It's like, no, he has to get ID'd because he's not allowed to sell you alcohol because he's 17 and you're like, oh my god,
ridiculous.
Just why? Actually, but to be fair, to put this into to spin it around, is that there's a lady that works in the Sainsbury's in Chiswick, and if you're from round here, she always works in the far left hand lane as you're facing the window. As you go out, and I'm so embarrassed to say I've forgotten her name, but Yasmin and I always go to her if she's there because she is fucking
drugs
amazing.
Under the tables.
No, she doesn't. She's a middle-aged lady, and she is so fucking efficient. She's so nice, and she just gets shit done. It's like we will stand in a queue of 2 people just to go to see her
because it's going to be
she's
pleasant.
Fucking amazing. Yeah, it's such a great experience every time.
And it doesn't. It's not that hard. Like I've gone before and gone up to cashiers and I'm a pretty friendly, believe it or not, I'm a very friendly human being in interactions like that. I'm not actually very miserable when I approach people. So when I go up to tills with these people, I'm like, "Good afternoon, how are you?" And they're like, "Cool." And I'm like, and I don't do small chat. I ask them something very specific about if they respond to me and they go, "Oh, chili peppers. Brilliant. What are you doing with those?" And I'll be like, "Well, let me tell you what I'm doing." And I love a bit of that chit chat. So I actually get more annoyed when people are just like robots. But again, there's that balance, right, of being friendly and efficient. We have a woman in the Tesco where I live, and if you're from where I am, maybe you know her. She's nice enough, but I've been going to that Tesco for probably 10 years, and she fucking knows me, like, because she goes, "Hello."
From the gram? Or
No,
just
man,
knows
she
you?
just knows me, like, because it's my face, and she sees it all the fucking time. And I know that
He's
I
under
see
21.
it. Dude, I swear to God, man. I'm like, it was the Tesco we use all the time. I'd go in and she'd be there. And every single goddamn time there's alcohol, she walks over and then she looks at the thing. And then she does this thing where she leans back and looks at me and assesses my face. As if to go, "Are you?" And I'm like, "You know who I am. Do you know why?"
We did this yesterday.
Every fucking time I come in here, I go, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah.
And then I'm over the whole, "Oh, not believe me there, did you?" I'm done with that. Just fucking scan the beer through so I get out of here.
The joking about, "Oh, are you 18?"
Over that.
Or just like, "Are you kidding me?" It's
Over
like,
that.
I'm sure like lots of middle-aged women love that. Like, "Oh, look young." No, it's not funny.
It's not.
I've
at all.
got shit to do.
It's not. Well, this has been the angriest episode of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
it was pretty
Welcome.
intense.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Pretty intense.
This is the thing with Daily, though. You go with our temperaments. Tomorrow, I would really like to discuss this topic that I wrote down. Right?
Yeah. Well, should we tell people what it is? Because then they might come back.
Well, basically, it's about it's about millennial burnout, right? And the concept of errand paralysis. Errand.
Yeah.
You don't pronounce the D, do you?
Errand.
Like I'm gonna run errands.
Yeah, errands. I'm going to run an errand.
Oh, you do say the D.
Isn't it? I'd say D.
Oh, well,
but
an
it's
errand
kind of almost sounds like a T.
Yeah.
Errand.
So errand paralysis,
Errand.
right? Basically it's a millennial burnout. It's a really interesting topic. There's an article we'll link tomorrow. You can have some homework for you to go home and read.
Yeah.
But that's tomorrow on a less angry version of the Over and Out show. Sorry for unloading all this on everyone.
Don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Like,
yeah.
no, sorry, not sorry. This is what you signed up for.
Yeah. I'll put it on Twitter later and you can all fucking send me your opinions.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. Over.
And
Yeah. Yes. We should have done that the whole time.